Hello traders and welcome to the market opening preview, August 28th, 2015. Traders, great to be with you, coming from Pattaya, Thailand. Bright blue sunny skies, white sandy beaches. It looks like a beautiful day, and yes, it is Friday. Finally come to the end of our trading week, but we have a full day of trading ahead. We do have data coming out throughout the day, so be alert to that. We're going to go over some charts and some news and some commentary, and we're going to try to make this a little shorter today, being it's Friday. Traders, always remember this is brought to you through FXCL. FXCL, Excellence in Trading. Please come visit our site at fxclearing.com. Traders, just a little bit about myself. My name is William Gilday. I'm your moderator for the Market Opening Preview Series. And today, being Friday, after the New York close, we will have the Friday wrap-up. That's where we look at about 16 daily charts. And we just are looking at price action and what we might be able to expect in the week ahead. Traders, I started my career in 2006, 2008. I retired from a wonderful 27-year career as a firefighter paramedic out of the great state of Florida. Traders, came to Thailand for 3 months. Well, 8 years later, I'm still here. I'm still trading Forex. My object is to look at technicals and fundamentals and look for opportunities where the probabilities are on my side to win that trade. All right, traders, let's get moving. Let's get this legal stuff out of the way. Forex trading has a large potential rewards, but also a large potential of risk. You must be aware of the risks, be willing to accept them in order to invest in the Forex markets. Traders, don't trade with money you cannot afford to lose. Traders, always remember that past performance of any trading system or methodology is not necessarily indicative of future results. All right, let's get over to news and commentary. We do have some economic news that are high impact, but only like two. Retail sales out of Japan came out really early in the morning, like 6 a.m. my time, and that came out good at 1.6. So Japan had some good retail sales numbers come out today. And as we go through the calendar, in the Euro session, 90 minutes into the Euro session, we have GDP year on year out of the pound. That is going to move the markets, my friend. And to tell you the truth, the pound is doing pretty good, so I would expect a good number out of that. Would not be expecting a bad number. Also, we're going to get quarter-on-quarter GDP. That's another high impact number. So that could be a great news trade for those of you who trade the news. All right, let's head on down to the U.S. session, if I can find it. Oh, we have, during London lunch, we have Euro-German CPI month on month. That's showing high impact. That's weird. That's usually medium impact. In the New York session, I'll say it again, in the New York session, I do not see any high impact data from investing.com's economic calendar on my phone. So don't see anything there. Let's take a look at how the markets did. Looked like the markets did pretty good. I'm seeing all green across the board. The US 30 closed up 2.27%. The S&P 500 closed up 2.43%. The NASDAQ closed up 2.45%. The small cap 2000 closed up 1.97%. Nice job on the New York Stock Exchange. Let's move over to London, to the Eurozone, where Frankfurt closed up 3.18%. The FTSE closed up 3.58%. The CAC 40 out of Paris closed up 3.59%. And the Eurostoxx 50 closed up 3.47%. Pretty good stuff. Everybody's in the green. Looks like it's making up for that China stuff. I think the markets just don't even care anymore what they do. The Nikkei 225 is up 2.39%. The S&P 5 ASX 200 out of Australia is up 0.19%. The Shanghai is up 1.32%. And the Hang Seng is up 0.84%. And the Kospi out of Seoul is up 1.34%. So that's what's going on in the markets and our data for today. I mean, we have data throughout the whole day, but it's just not high impact. So please keep your economic calendars close by, and you don't want to get whacked by one of these data alerts. Remember that this is Simpson Hall Symposium this weekend, so I don't think I would put any trades on over the weekend, even though I have to tell you that two of the highest ranking people of the FOMC are not attending. They're sending FOMC Fisher to this conference, and usually the FOMC chair goes, which is Janet Yellen, and she is not going. And not only is she not going, but I don't know if you all know this, but the second person, or the highest ranking person in the FOMC after Janet Yellen, is the New York FOMC chair, and that is Dudley, and he's not going either. So it doesn't seem like a lot's going to be accomplished in that scenario with, the top two ranking FOMC members are not going to be at Simpson Hall this weekend. I think we're going to have a good trading day. Just remember it's Friday and profit taking and all that. Sorry, traders. All that good stuff. So just keep an eye on that and just, keep alert. I do a newsletter every day, and I wrote I basically do a forecast every day. And I wrote a commentary, and my commentary is, traders, even though I show you 30-minute charts, which I do on a daily basis, and I want you to realize that you really need to be looking at higher time frames. So if you're trading the 30-minute, at a minimum, you should be looking at 4-hour charts. Now, I go to dailies. I like daily charts. And then I'll go to a 1 hour and then my 30 for my entry. But, make sure you're looking at higher time frame charts. You don't want to be entering a trade and find out that you're coming into major support or major resistance on a higher time frame chart. So just keep that in mind as you go through your charts. Traders, just remember that every candle on this chart is 30 minutes in duration. This was, I actually made 42 pips yesterday on the euro dollar, so that was nice. And it was late, believe it or not. So yeah, some good stuff. Actually, to be honest with you, it was off of the news that came out yesterday. So what do we have? CPI. And number came out really well, and which, just not to babble on, but the CPI came out very well, much better than expected, which is now putting a twist into, are they going to raise interest rates in September? I vote yes. So we'll see what happens. This is a really easy trade plan, folks. We just want this to come back up to the daily pivot point, and we're going to sell it. We're going to get in at 12.97. We want to get out at 12.15. Thank you very much. 75 pip trade. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Have a great day. Price action is, other than the data that came out from the data last night, price has been sideways. So we expect that. Now we're in Asia. There's no Asia data, and it's sideways. So we'll see what happens. See how this goes. I don't think we have enough pips really to make a trade here if this turns bearish on us from this spot. You'd have to really go up to a higher time frame. And I'm going to start saying that because I really want you traders to get involved in higher time frames. You're going to enter from the 15 or 30 minute, but please look at higher time frames, see what price action's going on. All right, here's the pound. Really simple trade plan. Trade worked out great yesterday. Pulled back up late in New York, just beautiful. And now we're sideways in Asia. That's just great. Let's pull up to the 61.8 at 54.64, and we'll get out at 53.79 for profit. Nice trade. This is really, and the pound, out of all of them, you would not expect to be bearish, but it is, and it's stair-stepping pretty nice, fibbing well, and it's just really doing really good. Let's look at the Aussie dollar. Now, you all know my opinion about the Aussie dollar. I am not longing the Aussie dollar. Now, I can be totally off base here, and folks, this might go up another 300 pips. It's going without me. I have no desire to trade the Aussie dollar. That's just stuck in my mind, and I'm not changing. So I'll probably change next week, right? But anyhow, let's get down to the R2 at 71.65. We have two take profit areas. One's going to be that daily pivot point at 71.18, and if it slides through that, 70.82 is our second one, which was the daily S1 and our support line as indicated on the chart. So that looks like a good one. The Euro Aussie is doing really well also. Look at this, nice stair step moves, nice fib backs. Just moving on down. We want this to pull back up to the S2 pivot at 57.59, and we'll get out at 56.18. The only problem with this fib that I did was I didn't have 2 to the right and 2 to the left, but it was really the best trade plan to take. So this might go down further, so you might have to readjust your fibs prior to London. And like I said, I like to get in front of my charts about 90 minutes before the London Open. All right, let's take a look at the Euro Yen. Not a lot of price action this week. It did take a down move there, but it's been pretty sluggish. I just want this to close below the daily pivot point. We're going to take it down. We'll enter at 135.94. It's a small trade. We're going to get out at 135.31. Not quite sure what this Euro Yen is doing. They say they're not going to add it. I read it today. They said from Trade the News that they're not going to add any stimulus into the JPY markets, and they're quite satisfied with where they're at, so they're not going to do anything. So I don't know. Do you believe them? You never know with Kuroda and Abbey. They can throw something at you with surprises, so just be alert to that. All right, our last currency pair of the day is the New Zealand dollar, which has absolutely not moved hardly anything over the last 24 hours. However, we're at resistance, and actually we were above resistance. This was now we have a red candle, but I want to sell this. I'm not buying the New Zealand dollar, folks. I mean, you got to be out of your mind to buy the New Zealand dollar. We're going to sell this. If it doesn't, if it goes up and doesn't want to come down, well, it's going to go without me. But I want to sell this at 64.87, get out at 64.27. A nice 65 pip trade. Thank you very much. Have a nice day. See you later. And yeah, so we're just waiting for it to get through this resistance area, which is now support. But it's going to bounce. It's going to bounce around. This isn't going to be like. It's going to have one candle go through the 200 and then one candle go through the resistance line there. It's going to retest it. So, and that's what we need, because we need that to come support. And then we're going to sell that to the downside. The trade is on Friday. That wraps up our currency pairs. On behalf of myself, William Gilday, and our great friends at FXCL Excellence in Trading, please come visit our site at fxclearing.com for your trading solutions. Traders, don't forget, sometime after the New York close, we will have the Friday wrap-up where we go over daily charts and look at price action. Traders, have a great trading day, and always remember to trade smart and not hard. Traders, grab those profits, and we'll catch you next time.